One of the most glaring and obscene things about this Briceno administration since assuming office has been the nepotistic nature of countless appointments at the highest levels of government.
We've noted over a dozen government appointments of relatives or siblings of ministers to senior posts.
The appointment of several close relatives of elected PUP officials to statutory bodies, including the Social Security Board, has raised many eyebrows, as concerns about nepotism have arisen.
It started at the level of chief executive officers for the ministries, with relatives and friends taking up many of those positions, and it extended to every area of the public service and quasi-government bodies. At BTL, for example, we saw the appointment of 2 ministers' wives as directors on the board, along with the son of an elected PUP representative and the son-in-law of a minister. On the Belize Water Services Board, the husband of a minister, the Prime Minister's own brother, and the brother of an elected PUP representative. On the Social Security Board, the Prime Minister's own sister, his Deputy Finance Minister's brother, and the Deputy Prime Minister's brother. On the lucrative niche board, a minister's brother and the son of another minister. On the Belize Tourism Board, the son of a minister and the brother of a ministerial CEO. On the board of Belize Electricity Limited, the first cousin of a minister. Appointed the top position of Director of Health Services, the sister-in-law of a minister. And this is by no means the full extent of the nepotistic appointments within the first 90 days of an administration led by politicians who once harshly condemned anything that even remotely resembled nepotism.
When the government was the opposition, they made vociferous arguments about the corrupt, and in the words of the member from Caribbean shores, that nepotism was not only corrupt, it was absolutely corrupt.
Nepotism is not corruption, it absolutely is corruption. It has cost us so much money over the years.
Even if there was a whiff, or when there was a whiff of nepotistic appointments under the UDP administration, they came to this house, Madam Speaker, and they berated the professionals who were appointed to particular positions. The member from Cayo South, Madam Speaker, was also very vociferous in his arguments against nepotism. But I heard him when he was pressed by a member of the media house early this week, and he seemed to have had a change of heart, a change of outlook as it relates to this quote-unquote corrupt practice.
Nepotism is just a fancy word being used. There's nothing in the laws that disallows it.
He spoke about layers of nepotism, acceptable parameters.
Nepotism at the international level is graded by layers. Some countries accept certain layers of family members to be hired under the supervision of a family member. Other states recommend a first layer, which is a brother or a wife or something like that. Other states go to the second layer, which is maybe a grandfather or a grandmother, and other states go to as far as a first cousin.
He declared that there were just a very small talent pool of professionals from which these appointments could be made.
You have to understand, in Belize, to a certain extent, our talent pool is limited, our population is small. So I'm not justifying whatever you're asking me to justify, but if you look at the definition of nepotism, then you will have your parameters in which you are allowed to work. And I believe up to this point we are working along those parameters, as far as I can understand.
He further articulated, Madam Speaker, that it's not illegal in Belize.
There's nothing in the laws that disallows it.
There's nothing on our law books in how we treat it, how we address it, how we define it. And I have to agree with him. But if we are going to move forward on this good governance mandate, then we can't have our cake and eat it too. And so I would like to call on the Prime Minister, I would like to call on the Attorney General, I would like to call on the members of the new government administration to move post haste, Madam Speaker, in drafting and enacting anti-nepotism legislation for Belize.